Hello, hello. This was meant to be for yesterday, but I am doing it this morning. Good morning, where there's a lot of brightness. Happy new month, by the way. Thank you for joining in to listen to this. First of all, I tender my apologies to the NSCF brethren for yesterday's hiccup. I had a talk and technology failed me woefully. I couldn't believe my eyes after so much planning. But I guess there's always a first time for everything. And so I would just move on. The only thing I didn't do yesterday, I did everything I could to connect to have my talk. But the only thing I didn't do, I'll tell you, was to cry because it was so frustrating. But hey, it's a new month, it's a new day. And like I promised, I said I will be doing this. And I want to be able to stick to my 15 to 20 minutes. So let's get ahead. Now, the talk is about online. Thanks to thanks to Mr. Soji Agbola yesterday and to Dr. Thaddeus Eze for all you spoke about the cybersecurity and all of that. You are the experts in the field, so kudos to you. I doff my cap. And thanks to Brother Kemi for the in and out and up and down. And I'll go straight ahead to my presentation. So today I will be talking about online fraud or crime or cybercrime awareness. So a lot has been said, but I believe maybe a few things I could chip in because a lot has been said by the experts. I must tell you, a lot. So I will just go with what I planned for yesterday. So my name is Olubunmi Abel. Thank you for listening. And I'll be talking about the awareness of online fraud. There's so many. I'll start with the car apps or fake check. Now, this is where scammers send emails with messages telling you, oh, paste a particular advert on your car, on your car. Just all you need to do is drive it around and we will pay you about $250 to $350 a week to do that for us. And I'm sure you must have seen where people paste something on Free Radio or something about BT or any of those organizations. And this is a current scam because what happens is they actually pay you, send you a check, and you feel, oh, I've got it all sorted. These people cannot be fake. It's all well and good. They send you a check, you cash it in, and then you send it to your bank, and they tell you again that, oh, actually, that money you need to pay part of it to, you need to send some of it to a particular company who would put the sticker on your car for you so that you can have the stickers or the prints on your car that you will be driving around. And, you feel, oh, yeah, at least they've sent a check, so it's too good to be true. And you fall for it. What you wouldn't know is that after a few days, your bank will call you and say, or maybe they'll tell you an information saying, oh, this check has actually bounced. It was a fake check. So you would have paid the person who was to paste things on your car, of course, which will never materialize. And you'd have paid them. You can't trace their account because they will definitely use all this wiring of money. So you would have lost the money and you will be heartbroken for it. So don't fall for any of those car app scams. And the next one will be the family emergency scam. Yes, this is the one where, calls are made to like grandparents. Usually they're elderly people, grandparents who have grandchildren. They could target them and say, oh, grandma, I'm being arrested. Could you please send some money to bail me and all of that? And, of course, they target the old elderly for this because they know how kind-hearted they are. They have this special love for grandchildren. I can say from my own dad with my own grandchildren and his other grandchildren. So they have a special love. And if anything happens, it's hard for them to even think and say, oh, all they need to do is they want to get you out of that situation. And so sometimes the scammers use this opportunity to prey on elderly people, and before you know it, you say, oh, don't tell dad, don't tell mom, and it's all rampant. So you can read more about that on my screen. Don't fall for it, and mostly is the elderly ones or the loved ones that get targeted. So do not attend to family emergency scan. The worst you can do is say, okay, I am going to tell, or the best, let me not say the worst, the best you can do is, oh, okay, let me ask your dad or ask your mom. And they say, oh, no, don't ask. Oh, yes, sure, I will have to ask. And you see that they will end the call, or just so that you don't suspect them. So that's another one that is so rampant. Another one is a fake Amazon Apple support calls. You would have heard calls where they say, oh, you have for example, Apple could say, no, sorry, Amazon could say, oh, you have a Prime, Amazon Prime, and they've charged you so amount. That happened to me, so I know what I'm saying, and I have it on my videos, so you can check my videos. After this, you will see where I actually had a discussion with someone who says he's from Amazon company, trying to get me to get my money back, trying to get money back to me, or cash back, just because I was enrolled on a Premier Amazon Prime membership, which of course, if you look at the video, you will see I don't want to let too much out. So check the video, you will see my conversation with them and how they got tired of me and they had to cut off. So yeah, you could find out that these scammers are using these big companies, Amazon, Apple, support calls, saying, oh, message, there's something has gone wrong with your account, and they could have seen a suspicious purchase, or you've lost a package, or an order you made can't be fulfilled, so you need to give them some details so they can track it for you or pay you back some money. Tell you they are all scam. Have a listen to this and you will understand. So this is an example of one of the calls you could have received or may receive or have heard about.
Account has been breached. Before using any Apple device, please contact Apple Support Advisor. Press 1 to connect with Apple Support Advisor. Press 2 to listen to this message again. Or if you wish to contact us later, please call us on our toll-free number, 208-262-0000. Thank you.
Okay, so you see there that they will tell you to click a number. Don't bother clicking, just hang up the call. Another one is the overpaid bill scam or cash refund. This is where companies, well, so-called people from companies, representing companies, of course, they're scammers, will say, oh, we've paid you too much on a utility bill, and we've made a mistake, so we need to pay you back. Just get your account, and send your details or press this number to get your money or discount back. And you begin to wonder, if I'm actually your customer, how come you don't have my details? You can always send it back and all that. But they want to prey on, oh, extra money, something I wasn't expecting. So they will prey on that. And if you are not careful, you will be a victim of that scam. So be warned, be careful. Whenever something is too good to be true, make sure you check and check and check and check and check again. Okay. Package waiting scam. Or most of us have received this by text, by emails, or and they tell you, oh, there's a parcel waiting for you. What you need to do to claim your payment is just pay this so amount of money, and it will be delivered to you. So you'll be like, who must have sent it and all of that. Anyway, all you would need to do is to just ignore those kind of calls if you are not expecting a package. And if you are by any means expecting a package, you can call Royal Mail by yourself or go to your nearest company, Royal Mail company, to find out, because they will not charge you extra for any unpaid any package they have sent, except if it's there's some mails that people send and they tell you, which is the genuine ones, where they have not put the correct amount of stamp and they have to contact you for you to get the letter. You need to pay this amount, but that should be done at their office, okay, not anywhere else. All right, let's go on quickly because I am looking at my time. Remember, you can always send a comment down below to say what your experiences are or what questions you have about this. Another one is a code scam. There is always a group of scammers posing as friends and relatives asking for verification codes, and if you for any reason send them back a code or anything that has to do with codes, just don't fall for it. These codes are needed when you're signing or making a new account on another phone. For example, if you go on Google, if you open a Google account, if you do a two-step verification, they could tell you, oh, for you to use it on a different device, you need to show that you are actually the one using this account on a different device, and then they send you a code. So that code thing, people are actually using, scammers are using it. Don't fall for codes. You can see examples of what I have on the screen. These people have actually been duped and scammed and defrauded using codes. So please don't fall for it. The worst you can do, or the best you can do, is ignore such messages. Block those people sending you such things. Please don't hesitate, just block them. Another one is the income scam. This one is so rampant when they tell you, or investment scam. I'll say it could be income or investment. They'll tell you, there's you can earn more by working from home, or you can we're recruiting, you can make big money, or you can be your own boss, and there's so much of them around there. But not every one of them, not all of them are correct, are actually true. Not all of them are right. Some are actually, in fact, majority of them are scams. So you want to be careful of anything like, oh, invest this, or I have a company, they do investment, or you can actually have a multiple stream of income using this insurance company, investment company, and all of that. Please just avoid them when you see such. Let the alarm bell ring in your head when you see such. I hope I haven't been boring you. Okay, thank you for staying so far with me. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you wish. Another one is the COVID relief scam. Yeah, this is where the police are warning of a new scam on text where people are actually using the COVID situation, COVID vaccine, to scam other people. They will tell you, oh, you need to pay so amount for the vaccine, or for you to be at the top of the queue, pay this amount. And these are all linked to fake NHS pages, which are not, of course, they are not true. The government wouldn't tell you to pay anything. We pay our taxes, and so we get this free from the NHS. And so please avoid any of such. If you're not sure, ask. Don't just go blind. Don't assume, just ask. And there will be people who will give you the right direction. Now, there is another one. This one is actually, anyone can fall for this. Anyone, I tell you. A landline fraud call. These are scams where criminals use cheap technology to exploit millions of people. What they do is they call you, trick you into maybe telling you they're from your bank, or they could tell you to download software to take control of your computer. So the reason why this could be very dangerous to many is because there's something called call clearing delay time. I tried it on my landline as well. It was about 15 seconds. Yes, it was about 15 seconds. So when someone calls you on the landline and they drop the call, when they call you on the landline, let's say they call you from the other end saying, oh, your bank, please call your bank immediately. And of course, they will make it sound so real. Oh, this is from your bank. Please call your bank. The bank at the back. The number at the back of your card. You've got a fraud fraudulent act on your account or whatever it is they want to say, oh, you go of cash refund, call the number on the back of your card, and we will get in touch with you, or we'll proceed from there. And you will think it's true, isn't it? Because you're calling a number at the back of your card. And when you call that, what you don't realize is when you call that number, the same people are picking it up. How does that happen? Let me tell you. On landlines, there is something called the delay time. So delayed disconnection time. This is where sometimes people have phones maybe in the sitting room, in the lounge, in the bedroom, and or you have to go a couple of stairs to pick it up from the other end. So what happens with landlines is it gives you a couple of minutes before the line goes disconnected, so that while you're moving from one room to the other, you can still have a bit of time to pick the call from the other end. So for people who have phones all around the house, you understand what I'm saying. Now, what happens is when you call that, when the person calls you and you are answering the call, they say, oh, call your bank with the card on the back of your card for a fraudulent act. You say, oh, thank you. And you say, oh, I'll drop the call now and I'll call my bank immediately. And of course, with what you've heard, maybe you've got thousands in your account, you don't want it stolen. Definitely, you will want to call immediately. And this person calls, but because this person hasn't hanged up, this person calling will think, oh, okay, I can still call my bank. So you put in the numbers, this hasn't hanged up, and this has hanged up, but calling, oh, this is my bank account, my bank calls, but then these people, because they are still connected, that's the way landline works, because they are still connected within the delayed disconnection time, they pick up the call and say, hello, yes, this is your bank, whatever bank it is, and how can I help you today? And you begin to talk, and they begin to, of course, you know what happens next. You will think you're calling your bank, but then they're asking you information about, okay, can you verify your date of birth, your account number, and all those things, and you begin to divulge it, thinking, because you're under stress. So please, what you can do with that is leave it for some minutes. Leave it for maybe 5 minutes, depending on what your delayed disconnection time on your landline is. And for you to know, you need to call your landline, or maybe don't use a landline for such. Use another phone. Use a mobile to call them rather than using that same landline, because it might be fraudulent. So that's one tip for you, and I hope you got it. Fake emails and email addresses. A fake email address will normally contain random numbers or a mix of lower and uppercase letters or misspelled words. So don't fall for it. All you need to know is when you move your mouse over any email address, they might say, oh, from Donald Trump, or from Boris Johnson, or from Barack Obama, or whoever it is. And then you'll be like, ooh, this is my lucky day. You move your mouse over it and you see a jargon of email address that you can't even read, put in numbers because they were all concocted with technology to put random numbers in, and then they'll still be able to open an email address with using a known name to mask that email address. So just be careful. Make sure you check whatever email address you receive. Some people could put something the gov1.uk, and because you saw gov.uk, you think, oh, this is from the government. Well, the one there is very important. The one there makes a whole lot of difference. So be careful. Some people put extra characters. Some people put, just like Bumi Abel, someone could put Bumi Abel double L at the end, or double A or something, and you will think, oh, this is from me, this is from Bumi, and it's actually not from me. So be careful, be careful, be careful. You can't go wrong by being very careful. Now, finally, my message. I know I have been talking for long. I'm so sorry that this has gone for so long, but you will gain from it, I tell you. Finally, my advice to us is beware and be aware. There are no fakes without an original. So because there is an original car app, there's an original income making, multiple sources of income, and all of these things, people scammers are using those originals to make fake deception, fake stuff out there. They're populating it with fake stuff. So I always say, even with the gospel of Christ, I tell you, there's so many fake ministers, but because they are original, there will be fake. So there is no fake without an original. So don't think, oh, everything is fake, because you never know when the right one comes your way. So scammers are clever. People will say, oh, they're just illiterates who don't or the dropouts from school. They are clever. They are smart, I tell you, because for you to go on to using technology to do such things, even if they have learned, even if they were illiterates, but they have learned it, they are clever and they know how to sway their way. So don't think you're too smart for them, because they are clever and they wanna. Some of them are actually, I don't know, maybe winning medals for it in their caucus for how many people they scam. So just be aware. Don't take it for granted. They are clever. And the vulnerable are mostly targeted. The old ones, the elderly, the younger generation, the children, these are the people that are targeted. Even people who are rich are targeted, because you're vulnerable when you're rich, you have a lot of money. So many people are targeted. Just be aware. And don't click on sure links. Don't click links you're not sure of. There's so many that come on social media nowadays and say, oh, click this to get into that or to do that. Please, you don't need too much of all of these links. Don't click any link you're not sure of, except you trust that person, and you can actually call them and find out, did you send me this before you click it, and what is it about before I click it, and all of that. You can't be too safe. So I mean, you need to take as many precautions as you want. It's better safe than sorry. All right. So anyone can be a victim. Okay. Even smart people have been outsmarted, if there's anything like that. So just be aware that anyone can be a victim of these scammers. They will sound so good to be true that you will think you've done everything within your means to get it all, but they are always bringing in they're always on top of their game. So we also need to be on top of our game, because anyone can be a victim. Ignorance is no excuse. Once your money goes out of your account, by mercy, by grace, some people get it back, but majority don't. So ignorance is no excuse. If you need to listen to this video over and over again, and to my colleague's video, what was done on NACF, please go and listen and listen and listen again, and share. Let people be aware so that they don't fall for this. So many people, is when they fall for it, they now talk about their story and be like, oh, I wish I had known this before. And finally, like I said, on all of those, don't click any link. Make sure you have your two-step verification and all of that. But finally, discernment is a gift from God. We can ask him to give us discernment to make right decisions with all of these people, all of these parasites around us. So thank you for listening to this. I hope it has been beneficial to you. If you've got any comments, please like, share, subscribe, and I will be happy to receive your comments. My name is Bumi Abel. Thank you very much for listening.